All right, by now, we're all becoming Middle East experts again, right? And of course, just as we were getting our PhDs in artificial intelligence. Now, this is what we know. The Strait of Hormuz, right? Extraordinarily important, 21 million barrels a day. You keep hearing about this, the percentage of global oil that it represents, and just how important it is. And just to underscore that, the tankers, right? The tankers that are crossing the strait. This is a 7-day rolling average. So let's just say this is where it was a day ago. Let's effectively say it's there, right? Just zilch, zero, nothing, really grinding to a halt. Obviously, this has a huge amount of ramifications for commodities, not just crude oil. I want to bring in our NinjaTrader Group, senior economist Tracy Shuchart. And, Tracy, the strait is closed, but it's not from missiles right now or rockets. Apparently, it's because insurance has been pulled. I mean, so how does this work, and how can this be resolved?
Well, yeah, that's what we have a problem right now. And I stated earlier, Iran may not have the power to close the strait, but Lloyd's of London certainly does. So as of March 5th, insurance will be pulled. But since then, since the threat has occurred and Iran has threatened, or the IRGC has threatened, ships in the area, we have seen, since Sunday, basically, ships have just anchored, and they're kind of waiting for some sort of clarity and what to do. Nobody wants to go through the strait because of any danger that could be, and their insurance is going to be pulled on March 5th. So interestingly enough, the United States brought up the fact that perhaps the government could backstop insurance. The United States government could backstop insurance. Now, this is not unheard of before. We've done this during World War II in 1914, again in Korea in 1950, again in 87, and again in 2008. And so this is one of the possibilities that is being talked about, and the U.S. has also talked about perhaps considering military support to move those vessels through the strait.
Which one would you prefer?
I think the safest way to go about it is kind of backstopping the insurance. That said, I think there will still be a lot of trepidation for ships crossing the strait, worried about their crew and worried about attacks from the IRGC.
Tracy, let's talk about the scattered attacks that Iran has used. And they've disabled or they degraded a lot of facilities in different nations, in neighboring nations, for instance, Iraq, huge cuts to their oil. So we're talking about really just whenever this is all said and done, a lot of repair work is going to have to go on, and it makes you wonder how long it could keep the price of oil elevated, even if this is a short-lived situation.
Well, yeah, it really all depends. I mean, if we look at the Middle East, obviously we have a lot of disruption to refinery facilities. We're talking about Iraq is now curbing their production because storage is filling up too quickly, also from the Kurdistan region. And I think we will continue to see this. So, and really, there's not a lot of spare capacity left in the Middle East. You've got Saudi Arabia and UAE. And so even if, say, everything is fine tomorrow, the damage that's already been done is going to take itself, quite a while, some weeks, if not months, to kind of sort itself out.
And one thing you pointed out, and I think other people should understand, is that the fertilizer industry, you look at sulfur exports and some of these other exports, is absolutely huge. So the economic damage is going to go beyond there. But, when things like this happen, we want to look for opportunity, right? And one area that you like is one stock you name, or name you like is HF Sinclair. DINO is a symbol. What's going on there? Why do you like this?
I do like DINO because for most of 2025, we had a diesel problem, a lack of diesel problem. And that sort of just sorted itself out. But now we're having a huge diesel problem again because the Middle East has heavy crude that's obviously refined into diesel. And I think we've had some of the other names run a bit too far, like VLO and MRO, which I like and have been in for a very long time, but I'm not sure that I would jump in those stocks right now. I would want to wait for a pullback. And so I think DINO is also a diesel and renewable diesel name that I think hasn't gotten a lot of attention yet.
I'm glad you brought it up. You never hear diesel, and I agree with you too. I think right now, I wouldn't chase any of these major oil players, but I've got less than a minute to go, and I want to hit two names that you like: Uranium Energy, UEC. UEC is a symbol. It's a beautiful chart. I mean, it pulls back and it holds, and then it goes back up. What are you looking for in this? It's trading right around 15 or so. Where do you see it going?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could go much higher. The story is just starting with uranium. I think it's seen a pullback now because we've seen some of these big tech names pull back, and we've seen worry about CapEx and are they going to be able to build this all out, and are we going to, need all this energy? But there, the nuclear story is really just beginning. Right. It just takes a lot more time to play out because those projects require more time in general. So I think that's a great chart. I love it on pullbacks, and I think the story continues. Speaking of charts, in 20 seconds, NuScale power. It's it was sizzling. It's coming down. It's coming down a lot. It's one of these things where the hype and the demand is there, but the question is, when can a company meet that demand? And if you have the answer, it tells you when you want to buy the stock. Is this a good place? Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the chart, it's pulled back considerably. And I think that at these lower levels, if you're playing for the longer run, you might want to start considering getting in some of these lower levels. Yeah. Of course, again, there are issues with it not being commercially viable at this point. But if you're a believer in the technology, the chart is pulled back enough that I think you can start looking at some of these lower levels. I agree. This is on my list. I'm watching it because at some point the fundamentals are going to be so far below the actual potential. Forget about it. Tracy, thanks a lot. Perfect day to have you. It's been too long. Thank you.